What's going on, guys? I'm ERock. This is For the Record. I'm sitting here with music supervisor Anastasia Brown.
Hi.
How are we?
Great. Nice to be here.
Yeah, it is nice to be here. You work with a company called Format.
Mm-hmm.
What is this?
It's actually the biggest music supervision company in the world. And we do between 40 and 50 films and TV shows a year, and which we need a lot of music.
Sure.
We ultimately cast the music character of a project. Who sings the song? How do we record the song? Who's the composer? Who's the songwriter? Who's the voice? All of that. We're kind of the directors in that area. Sure.
Now this is kind of an LA Hollywood based company. How were you able to open one here in Nashville?
Nashville is all about music, all kinds of music, and that's a territory that we can tap into and get more and more talent into film and TV, and so boom, we opened the division.
That's awesome. So now how does an artist find an opportunity to get their music into film?
There's so many different ways, and every story is a different one.
Sure.
Obviously relationships. If you know a songwriter or a producer that has gotten their music into film, mm-hmm. choose that producer.
Sure.
Because they have credits and they'll say, oh yeah, you produced this song in this film. Oh, I trust you. And then maybe you can get my music into other films.
Now, can an artist jumpstart their career by getting it licensed?
I found this girl, 15-year-old girl in the Carolinas. Didn't have a record deal, didn't have a publishing deal, nothing. Had to record it in a really down-tempo, haunting way. The labels wanted the soundtracks, and boom, heard that music moment, she got a record deal within that day.
Wow.
So it can totally launch
almost overnight,
career.
really. I mean, yeah. What does an artist have to gain from licensing, and what do they have to give in return?
There are some services out there that will try to charge you money to plug your songs.
Sure.
If it's a legitimate, powerful company, they take only half of your publishing portion.
Oh.
And then you keep half of your publishing and all your writing. When you share in the copyright, it's good for the writer and the artist, and it's good for us because we're incentivized to keep on pitching it over and over and over.
Sure, absolutely.
In multiple movies and TV shows.
Now, is it usually in two different movies at one time, or is that?
You never know. I mean,
it can.
I mean, it really. Sometimes it's like a snowball, and it's just everyone's on the same, wavelength.
Sure.
And it's used in multiple different projects.
Now, what's that look like for artists, for musicians and record labels right now, as far as how the industry is moving in the direction that it's moving? And second, have you seen licensing revitalize the business in any way? And what does that look like, I guess?
Well, the record industry they're just trying to figure out what to do, and they waited a little bit too late. The confusion the labels are going through is actually, in my opinion, a good thing for the creative juices within artists and musicians and songwriters, because with the label they have so much money at risk.
Sure.
And they have to think radio. With independent labels and independent artists without even independent labels, it just allows them creatively to spread the rings.
Let's talk a little bit about this the VMS app. What is this?
It's one more empowering offering that really gives a platform, a broadcast platform to artists, talent, comedians, anyone that has something to say.
Sure.
You can up to 5 minutes to every smartphone, every carrier, and
So it's a text message done on an RSS feed.
Right, it's a text.
Okay.
The best thing is the artist gets 50% of the profits. Their fans pay 99 cents a month to get this special entertainment that no one else gets. Mm-hmm. And then the artist and VMS split 50-50. Yeah, you just build.
Wow.
Just go to vmsplay.com and check out all the videos.
vmsplay.com.
Yeah, it's really great.
So pretty much every person of anything should be involved in that.
Totally. I mean, and then the more unique or creative you get, the better it flies.
Wow. Well, we have a viewer question that we'd like you to answer.
Hello, I'm Bradley Boyer, performing songwriter and composer here in Music City. What advice might you give a young music publisher who wishes to shop and effectively place his music here as well as abroad? I'm concerned with best practices as far as filing paperwork to include other artists as well of publishing, and considering third-party administration of the songs in the catalog. Thanks.
Bradley, there's a couple routes you could take. Hopefully you've gone to BMI, ASCAP, or CSAC. That's in my opinion, should be everyone's first stop.
First stop, yep, absolutely.
And register all of those songs. And you should, if you don't have a really strong relationship with one of those companies, you got to build one. But what you don't want to do is pay a monthly fee for them to plug your songs.
Don't want to do that.
You don't want to do that.
Okay.
Typically, those are the people who are not connected and can't get in our doors.
Okay.
So just the other day, there was a publisher that I was clearing a song for an ABC series that I'm working on right now. And 2 out of the 3 publishers cleared the song within a day.
Wow.
There's one publisher that obviously she didn't know what she was doing, and she sent over, instead of approving my quote request, which is ABC's verbiage, she sent over, and my page is one page. She sent over a 5-page.
Whoa.
5 pages. Like, ABC's not gonna. They're not going to change for you, and you're the littlest fish in the pond, and you're causing the biggest problem. So they have now, that company has been blackballed from ABC. They won't allow any music from that company to get into ABC anymore. So to be surrounded by experts in this field, you can be blackballed so easy, and you didn't even know why.
There it is, Bradley. I hope that answers your question. Thank you for your question as well. Well, thank you, Anastasia, sorry about that, for coming out. We do appreciate that. We're going to bring just a couple more people in. We're going to all talk. We're going to have a great time. Might even do some dancing. I'm not sure, but
fabulous.
That'll be fun.
And I think I like these 2 people.
Well, let's not go that far yet. We haven't talked to them yet. We don't know.
I know.
All right, we're going to bring them in now. All right, guys, then we brought in 2 people. Pino, you are a producer. And Damon, you are an artist.
Yes.
This next thing we're going to talk about is actually a pretty big deal for everybody here. It includes Justin Timberlake. Interesting. It's a movie called In Time. What is this? How are you guys involved in this movie?
It's a format film. Our company in LA was served as the music supervisors, and so I pulled them in the loop and gave them the direction. And I think I started with, I typically email both of them, but we'll start with you.
We had 7 or 8 songs that they were asking for and we needed to cut them over a 6-day period. They came at us with this world beat kind of thing, and South American vibe, Adele, neo soul, and it was like a cocktail of cultures, and it was awesome for us. And then there are a couple of other musicians, a few of them, and some great engineers like Giovanni that we actually cut all these songs right here at the record shop.
Yeah.
And we came in here. I call Jerry Navarro on bass and all the different guys that know, and they are very diverse and they understand the authenticity of the music, because that's the key element that I've loved about this side of my job, is that the music that they want it real. They don't want any candy coated bullshit. Can you say that?
No, but you just did. It's awesome. We can edit that out.
Okay.
You say what you want.
But it's all about having an infrastructure and a network of musicians that they can go where you want them to
You
go.
can count on.
And
you
deliver.
can count and deliver. And
Okay, then go to the artist side of things. So where did you draw your inspiration for this project? As opposed to stuff you would normally do on your own. What does that look like for you? How did you get to this point?
Like Pino said earlier, really to me the most important thing is the team. We always have such a great team who can deliver. Like Pino, I know I can count on for this, and I know I can count on Jerry for this, and these guys are so good. And then not only is it just my influences, I reach into Pino's influences and other players in there, and everybody has an expertise in their area, in their field, and where I might be lacking, Pino will have strength there, and it just works out.
Once these songs were completed, what was the process that led to their placement in, for example, this film?
Right. We immediately, minus the country song, we immediately sent those 6 songs to the director, the producer, the studio. It's a collaborative job. I mean,
Sure.
if you're not collaborative, you don't want to work in the movie industry.
Right.
But and so they pretty much signed off on 4 movies. I mean, songs in one movie from 6 days of hard work.
It was 5.
5. Sorry.
Guys, thank you so much.
All right.
I really appreciate it. It's been great, and good luck to all of you. I'm ERock. This is For the Record. Thank you for viewing.